Okay, yes, I will give you some tips on the interview, and I will give you just a basic idea of what I believe they prioritize in the interview video. For reference, I applied 3 weeks before the due date. It was an impulsive decision to apply. I didn't have any of the prereqs, and I do believe that in large part I was accepted into the program because of my interview video topic. I will explain that I think that Columbia University cares about the complex perspective that you could bring into healthcare into Columbia University and as a learner. I suggest you bring that very complex perspective and then connect that to your why. Why do you want to go to Columbia? Why do you want to be a nurse? Connect those two, the passion of being a nurse, with your perspective, your complex perspectives, and your intersectionality. Your intersectionality as a learner, as a future nurse, your intersectionality of identity, etc. In my question, I created this fake scenario and I talked about the ethics of having to prioritize your intersectionality in cases of conflict. And I talked about how if there is a black couple that they're fighting outside and it's getting physical, my intersectionality as a woman cares about the woman's safety. My intersectionality as a black person cares about the repercussions of calling the police on a black man. And so I talked about that complexity in my interview video. And I think that in large part made them really think about the way that I operate as a human being, as a learner, and as a future nurse. Now, it doesn't have to be this complex for you. It really depends on what your perspective is, on what your passions are, and how you can integrate that into nursing and into being a future nurse.